Breaking news, Liam Payne's family is officially blocking Roger Noors from attending Liam Payne's funeral that is set to take place later this week. We got to talk about this and a lot more. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you all with open arms. I cover all things pop culture. And of course, we've been covering Liam Payne updates. But just like I say in every single video, if you are new and this is your first time seeing my channel, I know there's a lot of talk of Liam Payne in the internet right now. I know there's a lot of nastiness, a lot of darkness. But here on this channel, we are handling everything regarding Liam Payne with light, with heart, and with humanity. So I want you to know you are in a safe environment. We are just updating on all things Liam, but of course doing it as respectful as humanly possible. So just letting you guys know. So make sure you are following along because there's a lot of updates coming out. Now, we finally have word that Liam Payne's funeral will take place this week. It has been some time coming, 2 days. I mean, it's been a month since Liam Payne was tragically taken from us, and it's just so crazy how time is just going by so quickly, and there's so many missing pieces. Well, now there's new reports about his ex-alleged manager and friend, Roger Noors, that he is not welcome to Liam Payne's funeral because he is allegedly one of the 3 being investigated for Liam's death. Check this out. Liam Payne's funeral is set to take place this week, and his ex-friend / ex-manager, Roger Noors, is not welcomed. So it's reported that Roger Noors was with Liam just 40 minutes before Liam passed. He left the hotel and he was then, phoned that Liam had passed. There's also a lot of rumors that he is one of the investigated. So other reports are saying that he allegedly got arrested, but that's not been confirmed yet. He is not welcomed at the funeral because the source says that Liam's family wants his funeral to go off without a hitch, and right now opinions are strained when it comes to Roger. It's true he and Liam had a bond, but he's never been popular when it comes to Liam's in a wider circle. You guys should also know that allegedly his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, was never a fan of Roger and thought that Roger was a really bad influence on Liam. So Roger's actually been investigated for alleged abandonment, and he did reply to that saying, "I never abandoned Liam. I went to his hotel 3 times that day and left 40 minutes before this happened. There were over 15 people at the hotel lobby chatting and joking with him when I left. I could never have imagined something like this would happen. I've given my statement to the prosecutor on October 17th as a witness, and I haven't spoken to any police officer or prosecutor ever since. I wasn't Liam's manager. He was just my very dear friend, and please refer to the email I sent to Liam and his team on August 23rd. I'm really heartbroken with this tragedy, and I've been missing my friend every day." Now, if you guys didn't know, he allegedly wrote an email to Liam's family, and this is what the email said. In the email, it says, "Liam stayed at my friend's ranch down in Palm Beach, and since the first day he arrived, he was monitored and treated by professional doctors who specialize in addictions. He stayed fully clean without access to any hard drugs during his whole stay. The plan was for him to work on the preparation for a music tour and stay healthy and busy with work, a plan he successfully followed during his whole stay in the U.S. I'm really concerned for his well-being while he is out there, and I hope you can bring professional doctors to check on his health regularly as soon as possible, as I did while he was out in the U.S. I'm going to stay fully out of the picture and disconnected from now on, and I wish you all the best with Liam's health and career." So there's a lot of mixed match information out here saying he was arrested, he was not arrested, but one thing is for sure is that he is not welcomed at Liam's funeral that will finally be taking place this week. Now, speaking on the funeral, real quick before I let you go, if you are planning on going and acting a damn fool, you better stay the fuck home because, listen, this is not about you, okay? You can grieve as well the loss of Liam, but the funeral is about the family. So if you are there thinking that you're going to a One Direction concert and you're passing around friendship bracelets, you need to go back to sleep, honey, or check on your freaking vitamin regimen because there is something you are lacking that's making you act a fool, okay? I will say this, like I always mention, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I just, with my whole heart, believe that there was something very sinister here. I will say that, I just don't trust I don't trust anybody that was surrounding Liam Payne. I don't trust anybody. I don't think that they have, it just, this energy that I get off of every single person that was surrounding Liam Payne. When I will say this, you know, when you, I don't know how to put this without being like, I don't want to sound mean, but if you look at Roger Noor's eyes, if you look at the other alleged dealer that was with Liam who said they had an intimate night, when you look at his girlfriend, when you look at these people, there's just something about them. I can't, you know, they don't have kind eyes. That's just my opinion. I don't want to start any speculations or anything. I know that his girlfriend is not being investigated at all. I'm just using her as an example, as someone that I just also don't trust, because if you do know that your partner is going through something, as it is being alleged that she knew and that she gave him an ultimatum that it was either the substances or her, and he chose the substances, therefore she left 2 days before, leaving him the way he was, allegedly, of course, these are the reports. You are not a good person, in my opinion. I understand that you have to take care of yourself, but before leaving someone like that you consider to be in a very delicate situation, you contact somebody of his family so that they could be there and take care of them, and then you can go. But when you decide to be with someone and you actually decide that you want to get married and that there's all these future plans, you don't leave someone that you suspect that is struggling. Of course, if this is all this is what's being reported, so this is all alleged, of course, but it is being reported that she gave him an ultimatum. You don't give an ultimatum to someone who has an alleged addiction and then just leave. I'm sorry, you don't do that. So in my eyes, you are not a good person, and I will say this to every single person. And again, I will listen. I understand that you can argue with, well, it's not your responsibility, but the thing is, you know what? I've been married for 12 years. I've been with my husband for 12 years. If I see that someone I love, whether it's a friend, a boyfriend, a cousin, whoever it is, if I see that they are struggling and I tell them and give them an ultimatum, you know, and I still see they're struggling with or without the ultimatum, I can't in good mind leave them. Do you know what I mean? You leave when you have someone there who will kind of pick up, you know, your turn, you know, your shift, if you will, to take care of the person. I lost my brother to addiction, so I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate in, you don't turn your back on someone who is hurting or suffering or is having any type of addiction. You just don't do that. I'm just going off of what is being reported. This could all be made up by the news outlets, and if it is, I of course apologize. This is all alleged, but I'm going off of what I see. Now, Roger Noor, I don't think that he should be allowed anywhere near the family. I don't think that anyone that stood around, saw certain things, enjoyed the lifestyle that came along with Liam should be there. I think it's a disrespect, especially if he is being investigated, allegedly, of course. I feel, you know, I feel in my heart that, you know, he wrote a letter to the family in 2023, right? Wrote a letter in 2023 telling them that, you know, he is worried that they should get him help, this and that, right? So he obviously knew because of that letter that there was some, incidents with substances, right? He says that he saw him 40 minutes before it happened. And this is the part that really gets me, because I don't believe that Liam was drugged. I don't believe that he was on drugs. I don't believe that he was, you know, like the hotel and these media outlets are reporting, because the toxology report is out and he had traces of cocaine, alcohol in a prescription antidepressant. He didn't have heroin, he didn't have crack, he didn't have all these things that they're claiming that he had, right? So Roger Noor says that he saw him just 40 minutes before. And this is where I also get a little bit like, what is the truth then? Because Roger says he saw him just 40 minutes before in the lobby having a great time, which that checks out the fans, the fan statements that they were with Liam just an hour before he passed. So that checks out, right? So in my opinion, if you are a multimillionaire like, Roger Norris is, he should be investigating this out of the water. You know what I mean? He should be doing the most to see what actually happened. Because if you saw Liam Payne laughing, giggling, having a great time with fans 40 minutes before, right? Why are you being investigated? Because listen, your story checks out with the fans. This is why it's all so confusing. This is a roller coaster. This is an actual roller coaster. It's like you're bumping into walls. You know what I mean? It's like, on one hand, you know, he's getting allegedly investigated. On the other hand, he is actually agreeing with the fans that saw Liam Payne great. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I have such different emotions for this person, because I feel like he could be a key witness to this, because the hotel and all these media outlets are saying that Liam Payne was erratic and he was doing all these crazy things and making a mess and throwing things and being, what is it called? Incoherent and all these things. That doesn't check out. Where is the camera footage of that? Where's all these things? So on one hand, I'm like, fuck Roger Norris. And then the other hand, I'm like, could he be innocent? Like, it's also confusing. You know what I mean? And then, of course, on the other hand, I'm like, you know, I understand the girlfriend. She had to think of herself, and I get all that. But then on the other hand, I'm like, fuck you for leaving him. Like, it's just all so confusing. Do you know what I mean? And this is the same energy that's been since the very beginning. It's like there's no clear path, and none of it makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes sense. In my final opinion in this video, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that there's a huge cover-up going on. I think that Liam Payne was targeted. I think that he was used. I think that he was taken advantage of, and I think that he was exploited because of his, past addictions. I really do think. Because traces of cocaine is not the same as pink cocaine, heroin, crack. He was just taking anything that was given to him. That's bullshit. The toxicology, whatever you call it, report came out and said otherwise. So make it make sense, right? For the most part, I do think that Roger Norris not assisting the funeral is the right thing, because if he is allegedly being investigated, you know, the family does not want someone that could potentially have done something, you know, in collaboration to end Liam Payne's, life. Until that gets cleared out, I don't think that Roger Norris's name is going to be fully in the clear. I just don't get it. There's reports that Liam was 24 hours before he passed sober because he had to take some drug tests for the visa, for the American visa. Then there's that he was in rehab 2 weeks ago, that he was doing better than ever, that, he was having a great time, but then now he's smoking crack and heroin. I'm just like, girl, make it make fucking sense. This is so obvious. I'm not a freaking investigator. I'm not a detective. I am not even legally blonde, girl, okay? I am just someone who is seeing everything go down, and it's so freaking obvious that there's a major cover-up happening, and it just feels like no one wants to just say, you know what, this was a freaking cover-up. Let's stop pretending. And that's why I think that Liam's father and team should get their own investigators to go, because I don't believe that Argentinian authorities are doing a good job. And I said what I said, period. And yes, I am aggravated because, the funeral is happening this week. The family's finally going to say their goodbyes, yet there's so many missing pieces here. And until that is settled, they're not going to be able to start the healing process, because there's so many unanswered questions. There's so many different things. Now, it is being reported, a couple weeks ago or like a week ago, that the media was raising speculation that allegedly his girlfriend was not going to assist the funeral. So we'll see about that. Like I said in all my videos, if you are planning on going to this funeral, I beg you to treat this as a funeral with respect. This is not a concert. There's no friendship bracelets. There's no photo ops. There's no singing. Just please be there and go with the flow of what the family is asking of you. If they're asking for quiet and peace. If they tell you to sing one of your favorite ones, sing. Do as the family wants you to do, period. You are not there for yourself. You can grieve yes, of course, this was a very hard loss for all, but you have to think about the family and don't be disrespectful. So that's all I gotta say. Yes, I am a little bit bitchy today. You know why? Because I can't believe that after a month, there's still no clear indications of what is actually going on here. And I just don't know. I don't know until when this charade is gonna continue. So I apologize if I was a little bit angry in this video. I really do apologize. But you know, at some point it's just like, damn, like, come on. How hard is this? Do you know what I mean? Like, damn. There's obviously something very sinister going on here. So just fucking admit to it, you know? Anyways, I love you all. I'm very grateful. I just don't like injustices. I hate injustices with my whole heart. And this is one big freaking injustice in my opinion. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you are following along for more updates. I also have another video coming out today of some freaking crazy lowlives creating false videos of this funeral. We got to talk about that in the next video. But I love you all, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah. Bye.